My name is Josh Petty. I'm a product builder, mostly software, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Twetch.
And what is Twetch?
Twetch is an application built on Bitcoin that allows people to publish and view information on Bitcoin.
Okay. They also get paid.
Yes, if somebody likes it.
So do you want to say some more about the incentive model, please?
Yes. So on Twetch, if a user is posting information that other people find valuable, they're able to exchange value for that information. In this case, it's Bitcoin. So you can compare that to a model like Twitter, where a like isn't really valued, and the user themselves don't have a lot of control over their data. On Twetch, a like could be worth money, and the user themselves own the data and can carry that data with them.
As compared to Twitter, who owns the data?
Yeah, it's a competitor to Twitter in the sense that users are kind of building this close network. Twetch itself, as a business, has a much bigger dream than just being a Twitter on the blockchain. In its current form, though, Twitter is kind of the bootstrap for the network that is Twetch. And it becomes a no-brainer for users to try Twetch when they realize it's Twitter, but they can make money.
What is the big dream for Twetch?
The big dream for Twetch would be an interface or an application where users are able to transact, share information, and value that information. A market itself can value that information. Users can build reputations that last for a lifetime and even longer. In theory, with Bitcoin itself, information lasts a lot longer, and the user's reputation they build could even be passed on. So the big vision for Twetch kind of incorporates all the internet itself and how information is valued on the internet, and creating a place where users and applications themselves compete, but also transact and create an economy. We came to Cambrian. Actually, Twetch was a sponsor of Cambrian, and we saw it as a very valuable opportunity for developers, entrepreneurs, and just generally intellectuals in the Bitcoin space that could come together and shake hands. So a lot of people here are Twetch users, for example. So for me personally, it was great to come in here, meet people, give them the opportunity to kind of tell me what's wrong with Twetch in its early phase, what they think it could be. And it's a really big opportunity to learn. Twetch is focused on creating a user experience where the users get the benefit of Bitcoin, but they don't have to know it's even Bitcoin. And learning the technology and kind of the stack that BitcoinSV in particular offers is just helpful to us as a business, because that's really where all of Twetch is focused. And Twetch isn't really interested in other blockchains. We're interested in the blockchain that allows our users to use microtransactions and build a reputation system. So it's a big theme of Cambrian, and our big goal of ours in the short term is to put transactions on chain, and Cambrian aligns with that.
What were your conditions to be part of this event?
I think I wanted to be a part. I've been to a lot of Bitcoin events. I've been around Bitcoin and cryptocurrency for some time. I've built a lot of different applications, and I wanted to be surrounded by people who not only were interested in Bitcoin, but were actually actively building things and trying to produce value, and people who even compete. There's some people here that you could say that are Twetch competitors, and to be able to sit in a room with them, share ideas, talk about what's wrong or right, or what they think the future might be, was a really big opportunity. It gets everything in perspective. This is a really early phase for Bitcoin itself, and also Twetch as a company, and it was a good measuring stick.
Are you willing to say something about there were some conditions that you placed on Jack before you arrived?
Yeah, I think I think Jack really respected the concept of an opt-in or opt-out opportunity to share your identity publicly, whether you wanted to be on video or in photos. So that's one aspect. Privacy is we won't say a topic, but it's respected here, and that was really important. And another condition was we had to get things done. It needs to be it needs to be an event where we actually are producing development and meeting our regular timelines as a company, and it's productive. Otherwise, this becomes a really big, not only time sink, but money sink, labor sink, etc. So for us, it was really important that we could come here and get work done. And that's exactly what Cambrian's doing at the moment. We're about to launch a new feature today, so far we're hitting that goal.
Awesome. You also created a game over here for people to participate
Yeah,
in.
that's
What
right.
was
So
it?
the topic for me personally and Jack is the on-chain transaction. So Twetch itself is maybe the most successful user-generated transactions on-chain right now. It produces the most human transactions. So we want to, that's how I personally measure rank. And in Twetch itself as a company, we measure rank by how many transactions can you put on chain. We see that as kind of the most valuable signal we can send to the Bitcoin market and to our users, because every transaction is essentially information and money entangled. So there's opportunity for the users and peoples in this economy. I think that the on-chain transaction theme is a healthy kind of, it can humble you, even Twetch itself. It really quickly you realize how small you are, and you realize that a lot of people have opinions about things, but they're not actually producing results. My moment of truth kind of came over time, really at work. I was interested in Bitcoin. I had heard about colored coins. I followed Counterparty, built some stuff, played around on that. Ethereum came along. It was this idea that you had this Turing complete blockchain, and you could put things on it. You could put assets, you could do smart contracting, and I wanted to build applications. I have a background in software building and product design and launching software products, and I saw the benefit of Bitcoin, and I wanted to put businesses on top of it. And so I kind of followed the leaders, the experts, and I was very naive, and I went down that path, tried all these different blockchains, and eventually I realized that Bitcoin itself had all these features that we needed and better. It offered the scale and sort of these additional benefits. As you go to build, you realize are really important, especially the cost kind of savings that a user gets when they use something. So when a user uses Ethereum, they essentially adopt the cost. So if you do the math, using a traditional database is actually way more economical for the user. And so I found there was a lot of faults in these other blockchains, and I just followed that path through sort of building and failing, or maybe not quite getting what I needed out of the technology, and that led me to Bitcoin SV.
What time period was that?
Over the last 5 years. So just been building, iterating, trying all sorts of things. Some things went live, some things didn't, and it all kind of accumulated into Twetch. The idea of Twetch is 5 years old. The first time I heard about Bitcoin, it was PayPal with computers, and I instantly started thinking about all the things you could do on top of this, right? And Twitter on the blockchain, Reddit on the blockchain, Google, but on Bitcoin. These things came very early, but they weren't really possible, and I didn't really have the awareness and experience that were necessary to accomplish that. And after these trial and errors and really learning about Bitcoin SV and sort of having more of a clear divide and a clearer shot and view at who else is thinking this way, allowed us to come together, and everything sort of moves a little bit more rapidly.
I got it. And now I can really get the insistence on being productive. You've spent enough time
Yes.
messing around.
Bitcoin is essentially a machine that allows you to be more productive and do things in a more trustworthy, transparent way. And we want to build companies that unlock value for people. The internet, I kind of call it the internet. It doesn't really allow for the under $1 economy. and Bitcoin does that. So for us, for when you're building applications that, you're trying to take advantage of the microtransactions. You want to be able to transact a penny all across the globe, and that's cost a fraction of a penny to do that. And Bitcoin itself enables it. We're gonna build the future. We're gonna create products that actually are meaningful to people, that unlock that value, that actually can help feed people. It's a really funny thing that when people want to create technologies and save lives, right? And that's a part of how our mindset, though. We want to enter new places, create new economies, unlock new value. So in the future, that's what we'll be doing.